What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're out here at Fayette County Lake. I'm hoping these fish are kind of on a jerkbait bite or something, because that's what I'm gonna start off throwing. I just love a jerkbait bite. I love a good jerkbait bite. So when those fish, when they hit it, I mean, they hit that thing like a freight train. That is what I'm hoping for them to bite. If they don't, I mean, who knows what we may wind up throwing. But y'all stay tuned, see how it turns out. All right, I'm gonna start off throwing the 1-3 Fishing Loco Special 110 jerkbait. I've never used a jerkbait out here at this lake, but it's getting that time of year to be throwing jerkbaits. We're gonna throw it around and see what happens. Reel it down to depth and give it a couple twitches. Let's set 2 or 3 seconds, twitch it again. I ain't gonna do as long of a pause as what I would do if it was a little bit colder. And right now, water temp's probably still high 50s, low 60s. So I'm not gonna go as long in between the twitches. Not gonna be pausing as long with it. During the wintertime when I'm throwing these, I'll go like, shoot, I mean, I may go pretty long in between twitches. During the winter and fall months, jerkbait's gotta be my favorite presentation. I just love the way they hit a jerkbait. Usually when one hits it, it hits like a daggone freight train. Oh, pretty good. How about you? You just doing a license check? I'm gonna grab him at the car right here.
You ain't had time to catch anything?
Not yet.
Yeah. That worked pretty good.
That's the first time I threw a jerkbait out here, actually. Usually I throw a daggone wacky rig and wear them out.
You got the permit on here. Alright, and yeah, okay.
How's the bait fish population in here?
Down.
That's what I figured, because here lately it seems like a lot of the bass I've been catching, they're super thin. I mean,
yeah.
There was one that, I mean, he's probably the skinniest bass I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a concern, and they're working on that. I don't know if they'll end up putting more shad in here, but the bluegill population is real low.
See, I kind of figured that may be the case with, I mean, with them having bass where they're catch and release only and having to keep bluegill. Yeah. I figured that they may kind of get depleted a little bit quicker.
I don't know if the bluegill ever really got the size to keep, really, or getting eat up. I don't know. They're gonna work on it. Maybe it'll get better.
Maybe so.
Most of the bass the other day looked pretty good, but they were some of those slender ones.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like it's got big old head on.
Right, yeah, that's the way a lot of these have been. Well, it's probably the end of the jerkbait. That's why I wouldn't throw my old mega bass out here. I knew I was liable to hit a snag with a daggum jerkbait, and I wasn't fixing to lose a $25 one. Since we lost the jerkbait, we're tossing the INU rig around now. Let's see if maybe it'll change our fortunes any. Wife and kids and them have been throwing around shaky heads and wacky rigs and hadn't had any luck. Uh-huh. Yeah, coffee stir is definitely too big for them. So I told him all we catch are the ones in like 3 to 4 pound range. There's one right there. Dadgummit, I missed him. Sitting there running my mouth. Yeah. He come up and plopped it. Had one come up and hit it when I wasn't paying attention, sitting there running my mouth, and he knocked my INU rig apart. That's definitely the one downside to this rig, no doubt. And that original test video I did of it the first time I rigged one up, and as y'all see right here, I doubt I even make a video, but if I do, he just absolutely destroyed it. All right, so we're gonna take this thing off now, and we're just gonna we're gonna go with the wacky rig, see what happens, because the INU rig is destroyed after one fish miss. All right, y'all, it's been absolutely brutal so far. So I'm changing from having that big Magnum trick worm wacky rig to just swapping over to a green chartreuse Cinco. But I mean, if y'all see this, then probably means that I managed to somehow turn the day around. At this point, I don't think that's gonna happen. Who knows? Got one, guys, on the wacky rig. Just sitting there screwing around, reeling on my hip, but I hooked him. I'm sitting here checking the football game score for the Auburn Texas A&M game on my phone. Felt one just come up and thump it. All right. They're wanting it super slow, which I mean, that's understandable as cold of nights as we've been having here lately. I just tossed it out there towards the deeper water, let it sink to the bottom, and shoot, probably about every 10 seconds, bumped it up just a little bit, just a hair. Barely moving it. Y'all can see that down in there, but he's got somebody else's old soft plastic down his throat. He's a decent little feller. Let's turn him loose. He wanted it though, because he knocked the crap out of it. All right, buddy. Got one, guys. Sitting here listening to the Auburn football game on my phone. First fish I caught, I was checking the score. I was looking at my phone, checking the score. This one right here, I actually had my phone sitting in my pocket, just playing, listening to the game. Just taking it slow, just fishing it slow, just barely creeping this thing along. We got bass number 2. He's a little bit more solid one than that first one. Bit more solid fish. That's definitely the key today though, just taking it slow with it. That one right there, if that bass had a good diet, I mean if he was feeding good in here, that'd be a nice fish. And look at the big old head on that sucker. He's just a skinny bass. I mean, he's fatter than they have been being when I've been catching them out of here. Like y'all heard that game warden say earlier in the video, I mean, the bait fish population is kind of lacking in here. Hopefully they do something about it soon. Y'all hang tight, we're gonna do a little bit of surgery on him. I'll show you this guy one more time. Got him loose off of there. Let's get the revive on him, so we had to keep him out a little bit of extra second to get that hook down because he got it so deep. Maybe I'll get y'all some more shad in here like that game warden was talking about and make you fat. Because you're gonna be a nice one next year if they do that. You ready? Not yet? Here you go, we'll see you later. All right, y'all, so today looks like we got a clear winter. And we're not done yet, we're gonna keep fishing a little bit longer, but I threw the INU rig around probably about the first hour I was out here. I only had one single bite on it. And that one bite, when he hit it, I mean, he destroyed it. I mean, it was unusable after that. That one bite, I mean, it destroyed it. The INU rig was unusable after that, so that forced me to go to Old Faithful, to the old wacky rig. And the wacky rig is not disappointing. It is it's crushing the INU rig. Got those 2 fish on it so far. Hopefully we can get another one. Both fish have came when I've just chunked it straight out towards the middle. I just give it a little bit of slack, let it sink all the way to the bottom. Then I'm sitting here probably 10 to 15 seconds in between twitches. And when I do twitch it, I'm just barely twitching this thing up off the bottom. I'm just barely twitching it up off the bottom and then just pausing a long time in between. That is what the fish want though. I mean, they don't want what we want to give them. They want what they want, and you got to give them what they want. Always getting in my own head too much. I get to doing what I want to do. Like I wanted to start off throwing a jerk bait. That didn't work. The fish weren't interested in that. I wanted to throw the INU rig. They weren't interested in that. What they want, as usual out here, is the wacky rig. Just got to listen to what the fish are telling you. Pay attention to what they're showing you. Do what they want. All right, y'all, it's gonna be a wrap for this one. We got to get out of here before that sun finishes going down. So this lake actually closes at sundown. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how the day wound up turning out, because I mean, it started off being a grind. It was tough. Nothing was biting. There was no activity. Nothing was happening. I mean, it could have been my lure selection. Could have been me wanting to throw the jerk bait, then me wanting to throw the INU rig. I mean, maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I'm sure it did. After today, I've got to say that unless somebody figures out a better way to make this INU rig work, I'm done with it. I mean, it's just not durable enough. Falls apart way too easily. I mean, you can't be trying to fish with something that after one hit, I mean, you miss the fish. Just after one hit, the thing's unusable. I mean, it's just not a feasible option to really actually fish with out here in the real world. I mean, it looks pretty, looks cool, but I mean, some things just catch us fishermen. It's definitely effective. I mean, I know when I tested it out in that last video, not the last video, but the one before that where I'd made it and tested it, it definitely catches fish. I mean, it caught 2 fish, and that one was destroyed in that video. But I mean, this one today, just after one hit, completely destroyed, completely useless. I'm glad I listened to my gut and wound up throwing the wacky rig on and just fishing it as slow as I did right there towards the end. If I wouldn't have did that, I mean, I probably wouldn't have caught the 2 fish that I caught. But I am surprised that the day turned around the way it did, that I did actually manage 2 decent fish. But hey, if y'all enjoyed that video, make sure to smash that like button. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get an alert whenever I put out a new video, whenever I drop new content. I appreciate all y'all that do watch the videos. I appreciate all my subscribers. Thank y'all. I appreciate everything y'all do. I mean, I wouldn't be out here making this content if it wasn't for you guys. And oh yeah, I've got some good news. On the 15th of November, the 15th of this month, my motor is supposed to be coming into Ford for my truck. And the lady at Ford, she tells me that 2 to 3 days after that thing comes in, they're gonna have it ready to roll. So y'all be looking out for the bass boat to make an appearance back on the channel, because I'm gonna have a way to pull it again. We're gonna be going up to Pickwick, gonna be going out to the Black Warrior River, going back to all these places that I usually go to that y'all hadn't seen me on in a while. But all right, that's gonna do it. We'll see you guys next time.